Hey, good morning guys. Today we're here to actually talk about what roller coasters could the Six Flags be closing next. For those of you that are not aware, Six Flags actually closed 3 different roller coasters without giving the fans the notice. And I want to share you guys what other roller coasters could they possibly close. The only 2 coasters I know off the top of my head they closed, I know they closed 3, but they closed the King of Ka and Green Lantern at Six Flags Great Adventure. Then he also closed a intimate bobsled coaster in one of the Texas parks they have. So I just want to talk to you guys today about what's next for the Six Flags to close, so you guys can be more prepared or start planning trips. I'll see you guys in the next clip. So this new Six Flags company with the merger of Cedar Point, they're trying to reduce the downtime for rides, reduce the cost of maintenance for rides. So this is what I'm doing based off of pretty much going off of when I'm looking at the list of what rides should they close next. Unfortunately, I think the first one they should close actually goes to the Six Flags Magic Mountain. I hate to say it because I want to ride before it closed. X2 is actually an Arrow 4-dimensional coaster. So a lot of people say it's one of the best roller coasters in the world, but it costs an arm and leg to maintain it. They have to have a crews work on it after the parks close, and it just costs so much money for it to stay maintained. So unfortunately, I think X2 is going to be leaving us very soon. I'm not sure how soon it's going to be, but I think X2 is going to leave very soon. And the second ride that I think, or coaster that's going to close, I think soon, it may be like in 5 years, this one, not right away. It actually goes to Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California, which is about an hour away from Magic Mountain. It's actually the Accelerator. It's actually an intimate hydraulic launch coaster. And as you guys could tell, the Six Flags, or Cedar Point, first did it in 2022. They first closed down the Top Drill, the original one with the hydraulic launch coaster Intamin made. Then this year they closed down the King of Ka, which is the tallest hydraulic launch coaster, or was the tallest roller coaster in the world. They were later retired as the tallest, and it was the fastest operating when it retired also. So the Accelerator is not, it's like a massive strata coaster like the Top Drill or the King of Ka, but still, it's just a hydraulic launch coaster, which is actually very hard to maintain, and it costs a lot of money to maintain it. Now they can probably use the scrap from the King of Ka for it to help it last 5 more years, but just try to make sure you go, if you're a fan of Accelerator, make sure you go to Knott's Berry Farm within the next 5 years. It's only giving it 5 more years to live. Next up is actually the one of the 2 left Flying Dutchman coasters from Vekoma left in this world, and it's Nighthawk at Carowinds. Nighthawk is just a Flying Dutchman coaster, which means it's pretty much like what's the one? It's like Manta, but it's supposed to be worse than them because of how it was made back in the day. And Vekoma wasn't a good manufacturer back in the day. Vekoma is not the same company that it is now, that they're a good manufacturer, but it's very rough and janky according to what I heard. I haven't been to Carowinds yet, so I don't know anything about that park, but it's very rough and janky. The next one on my list, not number, is actually Anaconda at King Dominions. Anaconda is actually a Arrow looper. And as you guys can know, the Arrow is actually a defunct company, which means that they're not a manufacturer anymore. And that means it's hard to get parts for a coaster. You know, S&S actually has the parts to repair it, so they can work with S&S, but it's still harder to get the parts. Now I'm actually going to also talk about what could Six Flags actually do to rebuild rides that they think is problematic. Like they have the hurler at the Carowinds that they could do an RMC conversion. Have them pretty much do what they did with the hurler in Kings Island and do that to there. And they guess pretty much will be like the Mystic Timbers. That's one of the things they could do. The other thing that they could do, the new Six Flags could do, is actually turn, they kind of did it already, but not fully did it, but they could turn like El Toro into like an El Toro remix with having RMC take over and make it like the most intense coaster in a wooden hybrid ever. But I noticed in parks are trying to stay away from hybrids currently. That's because of the restrictions they have with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more theme park content. See you in the next video.